And Zimbardo actually ran a very famous psychological study called the Stanford Prison Experiment. Some of you may be familiar with this and others not, so I want to give just a brief synopsis of the actual experiment and talk to them then about the consequences of that experiment. So Zimbardo was a psychologist at Stanford University, and he had the idea to look at, do people behave the same in one situation and not in the other? And so what he did was he put out an advertisement for looking for research volunteers for a 2-week experiment that he was going to conduct in a psychology lab in the basement of a building at Stanford. And what he actually did was, when he recruited participants, he put one half of the participants into one category and told them that they would be prisoners, and another category, the other half of the people into the other category and their role was that of the prison guard. And so he set up individual rooms in this basement lab, and to make it even feel more like a prison, he would actually put bars up on the windows in the laboratory. And so he created these fake jail cells where the prisoners would be housed, and then the prison guards were supposed to interact with the prisoners like they were actual prison guards. So as this began on the very first night, it's also noteworthy to say that Zimbardo actually gave himself the role of prison warden. So as this began on the very first night, some of the prisoners thought that they would actually test the boundaries a little bit, and they decided to barricade themselves inside one of the jail cells using their furniture. Well, the prison guard actually did not like this at all, and so they then tossed the cells, they pulled the beds out, as one of the prisoners, one of the participants who was a prisoner, was actually screaming at him that this was an actual simulation. But at this point, the prisoners started to behave more like prisoners, and the prison guards behaved more like prison guards. And so as punishment and as retribution, the prisoners didn't have beds, and they were also forced to clean out toilets with their bare hands. Some of them, as you can see from these